Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. Somebody sent me this yesterday and wanted to put it into a circle. I've made two videos on two different ways to do it. And then last night I thought of a third way and maybe even better. And in this particular one, I added color just to make it kind of stand out. But anyway, just like in the original one, I rotated at 5 degrees. And the second one, I used the artistic media tool. Well, this time I'm going to use object to path, and it might be the preferred one because it's so simple. So if you go to object and object to path, that window will come up and then pick your object. So I did just two of them so they would interlink into each other. And all you have to do is pick that first, hold down the shift and pick your path. And I'm going to do 65. And in that quick, it's already done them, and I'm about exactly where I want it. And that's all that's to it. Now, if you think they're too close or too far away, you could go less numbers or more numbers. So let's go shift select the circle, and this time let's do 55. And what that's going to do is spread them out more. Still not bad. You can overcrowd it if you wanted to and do some other stuff. Shift select, let's go 90. Whoop. Now they're going to be touching, or should, but that could be a useful pattern if you were going to weld it or make something else. And then I thought I would just show how I added this color. These two pieces are together, they're grouped together. So I need to go to object, group and ungroup, or control U. I'm going to take the smart fill tool on yellow and put yellow on both of them. And this is where it helps if you could get them a little closer together. And now we're going to get the interactive fill tool and go up, and let's put that burnt orange there. Grab that one. We'll go ahead and go that way with burnt orange. And you could make any color combination. So now we got to group these together, Control G. It's selected, so shift select your box. And we'll go at 65. And look at that. Now, one thing I do like about object to path, other than the blend tool, is that you can grab your path now and just delete it, and you're done. Now, I'm not going to put the line around like I did on this one because part 1 and part 2 will kind of show you how to do that. But that's a pretty cool way to do it with object to path. Anyway, I hope that helps somebody someday, and thank you for watching.